coffee time.
It is started. Ooh!
We're too tired for this.
Ting tang, what a bing bang. It is currently raining and storming outside.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will make a nice ambience for whichever shenanigans and stupidity is to come.
I already fear it.
Yes, it is only me and Malou for this one, because we want Cass. And it's easy to do Cass when you live 2 meters away from each other. And...
I measured it. It's actually 53.
53. Yeah. Nice, very nice. And we don't really have anything to talk about, so we will talk about the most basic things we could think of. Yay. First of all, let's get through the first point, which is Cass ideas. Do you have any Cass ideas?
Well, since Cass is basically everything, you can do basically everything. I mean, I've been doing nothing for a long time, which includes sewing. Like, it's that easy.
Yeah. I don't know if people have been doing for Cass differently, because I know a lot of people have been dancing.
Yeah.
In a different forms. I know that people have been using sewing and art and stuff, but I really don't know what to do for, moving.
I mean, dance is moving.
I that's true, but, you have to work together with people.
Yeah, and with you teaching people, it's more like a service thing.
Yes, also for the people who don't know, there's a dance class. There is a dance class that will be set up again. We are not dancing for anything specific. It's just standard and Latin dancing. So if you want to come along and get some free-ass cash, this is now a sponsorship of me to myself. Come get some cash, my friends. Nice.
It's fun. And you will not be judged for dancing skills, right?
I will be judging very harshly.
And loudly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you come, get ready to get wrecked, because I will judge you very hard.
But nicely.
Also, if you sing, I'll beat you up. So, we have just gone through mock exams. And that has been very exciting. You just spilled coffee all over yourself.
It is
brand. She got so shocked by the mock exams that she ended up spilling coffee all. Oh, now she's leaving. Okay, so you're just gonna have to listen to me for a minute and a half.
No, because you're in front of my
Whoa, there's so much coffee everywhere. That's so funny. Intermission. The intermission will be me talking to myself about spooky stories, I guess. There's so many. Back in my old town, I went around looking at stars this one time, and it's a very small town. It was very dark. All the lights went off that day because it was winter, and the lights didn't need to be on for any reason at all. So I went out and thought that's a great way to look at stars. And I was having a grand old time, walking along the street, looking up, as you do when you look at stars. And then I suddenly noticed that this car was following me. At first, of course, I didn't think that it was following me, because that's not something that happens when you live in such a little town. But when I set up the speed and the car also started speeding up, I sort of got the gist that they were in fact following me. So I started running, and I started panicking because the car was following me at a large speed now. And I just took a turn down the road, and she's back, so you never get the ending of that story. Basically, I was followed. Anyway,
Except, no.
What do you want to say?
I just want to hear the end of your monologue.
Right, it's not a monologue because it did happen. But so, still. Basically, I ran down to a street corner that hid behind a bush, and I thought, alright, he'll drive off. Stop slurping in my spooky story! It's spooky! You're supposed to go, oh, no! Ah!
That's my way of reacting.
Shut up! Basically, I ran down a corner, and I thought the car would drive past. It did not. Instead, he drove down the road that I ran down to, and we caught again. Anyway, he went out of his car, he looked around for a good 3 minutes, and I was hidden in a bush, or behind a bush, something. It was my friend's garden, basically. And I had no other way than the way out that I came in. So I basically had to just stay there and hope to God he did not find me. Because I don't know what he would have done if he did find me. And I never found out, because I just stayed there for those 5 minutes, trying to calm my breath and my breathing to know that he wouldn't find me. And he just kind of huffed in defeat and then went back into his car and then slowly drove off. And I had to wait there. I don't know how long I waited in that bush, but I waited there for so long to just make sure that he did not find me. And then I went out that way, and then I just sprinted as fast as I could back to my house. Luckily, it wasn't that far because it's a small town. But I could hear the car somewhere in town, and I bolted. I've never run that fast in my life. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't run. And boy, did I run.
Because you did once.
I did it once. I ran so fast.
Yeah. You used up your quota.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never went and looked at stars again on my own. It was really sad, because I really liked doing that. But, you know, you can't have anything nice for too long, or someone will come and take it away from you.
Yeah, this is the stuff I used to have. Like, I used to prepare myself, like, make a cave in my bed. I was like, okay, what would I do in this situation like this?
Well, I never expected a situation like that to happen to me.
No.
Because it's not something that happened in Bulling, in Skien. Like, it's not... we were like 7 people in that town. I mean, there's a lot of spooky stuff that's happened, like unexplainable stuff, but this is like humans doing weird shit. And humans doing weird shit is a lot more scary than ghosts doing weird shit.
Indeed.
Because the other one I always keep telling as well is the 3 knocks, which come from the house. It was basically at 3 a.m., 2 or 3 a.m., almost every night I was awake to hear it. I would hear 3 knocks from somewhere in the house. I never went out to check. I was too scared to. But every time, at the start, I was like, that's not real. Because it's the kind of sound where you don't listen for it. But once you heard it, you can't unhear it. So it's at 2 and 3 a.m. I'm laying awake watching a supernatural series. Because that's what you do when you're a teenager and you don't want to sleep. And at that point, it would reach 2 a.m. And I was like, oh God, here comes the knocks. And they did almost every time. I've never been able to explain it.
But that's the house you're currently living in, right?
No, that's not the house I'm currently living in.
Because I remember there's something being about the one you're in now. But
oh,
it might
no. I lived at another place, and I heard a tap, but later that night I also felt a tap on my shoulder, but that's probably just some buddy...
Shenanigans.
Like, you know, house settles, my buddy is doing a weird thing. Yeah. Basically, in that house, I lived with my dad at that point, and I talked to him once about it. I was like, have you ever heard those 3 knocks? And he just went silent for a good minute and a half.
Oh no.
And he didn't know, and he just went, I've heard it too. And he's never been able to explain it. And he just left and was like, yeah, I don't want to know. And he just went, he just went, don't go check. And I was like, cool, thanks, Dad. Nice. That's all I want to know. Like, don't go check. Good to know. The closest thing I've done is opening the door a little bit to hear if it was actually there or if it was something in my head. And I opened it and they became louder. I just opened
maybe
it.
He just had a little secret.
No, it was very quiet. It was something like... And I was like, that must be something with the house. But it was so many times. It happened so many times. Yeah. Every time it was...
like frequently.
Every time I was awake to hear it was there. And it was so spooky. Because I was never able to explain it. A lot of other stuff in that house happened that was spooky as well. Mm-hmm. But I thought a lot of it has just been me thinking, it's an old house. You know...
That's what you tell yourself one day.
Houses settle. That's what they do. They make weird noises. But nothing has been as consistent as those 3 knocks at 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's like in the same time.
It's the same time as well. And I always thought maybe it was like the thermometer or something that kept the house warm. But it just wasn't. And then, I blamed it on a cat, but then our cat died, and I was like, oh, well, that's not the cat then.
Maybe it's a ghost cat.
It's a ghost cat. Oh, no. Oh, God, yeah, that old town was spooky.
Nice.
If I ever go back there, I'll bring some salt or something. That ain't happening, sis. No, thank you. Well, with that little intermission, what are you doing after I pee? What are you doing?
We both know so much about that.
Yeah. I think it's very interesting that with IB that for some people they know they're passing, but for other people like us, we don't know. And
we're just doing...
even if you don't know, like, you know something has to happen, but it's almost clueless, because
Yeah.
you don't know if you pass until so late in the game.
Yeah.
So you're going around drinking, but you're not. Are you drinking to have fun? Or are you drinking to forget that you're not gonna have fun in the future if you expect to not pass? You know, like, see you in November, guys.
I think I'm too optimistic about that, because I'm just like, well, if I don't pass, then I'm sure I'll find something to do, and then at one point I might like find something and then pass that to build an education.
I mean, I'm sure if a certain work out, I'm aware
Yeah.
that it's like everything always, like, that's the thing to take away from everything always, is that it sucks
Yeah.
to be alive most of the time, but
it's gonna work
somehow it will always work out. Like, even no matter what kind of troubles you're in, it somehow always ends up fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Even though it's really shit.
Like, even
But it's like,
if you're optimistic about it, like, I think that's what the difference is. If you're optimistic about something, you don't use so much brain power thinking about the bad outcomes of situations as an alternative to a negative
yeah.
mindset.
Yeah, and you're also better at
'Cause
handling it.
The outcome will most likely be the same, but how much you worry about it until that certain thing happens is up to your way of thinking about
Definitely.
things.
But sometimes it's just unconscious. So like, even though I think, I know it's gonna be fine, I still like, with the mocks, I did shit in most of them, but I still feel bad about it, even though I know it's gonna work out.
I mean, for the mocks, I know I fucked up real bad. We have the ESS. I didn't study at all. Don't spill coffee on yourself again.
I'm not.
No. But I did really bad. I didn't study at all. I went in there, looked at the questions, went, I don't know what any of these words mean. I know what "are" means, and I know what "is" means. Ecosystems? Nah, girl.
Population, huh?
Whom? I don't get it. For the math, I think I did alright, but yeah, it's, I think mocks are interesting, because it's, people say that the mocks are way more difficult than the actual exams. I've heard people say that, and I'm a bit confused, because I think for people who study, they weren't as hard. Of course, I also have easy levels and everything, you know, with the math studies and ESS.
It's a good combination.
As easy as ESS is. It didn't seem that hard. You know, I'm stupid. So, but like, for people who are smarter than me, it should be easy enough.
I guess for some people it's like, chemistry is easier to learn for them than ESS, so.
I mean, true.
I don't think it's like a dumb thing, it's just a...
I'm a dumb. I'm not gonna pass. I could study, but I'm dummy, so I can't. Yeah, but it's interesting how the actual exams will end up turning out, depending on, because we don't have a study break, so it's interesting to see what will happen.
Yeah.
Because the transition from normal classes into exams.
Yeah, that's over a weekend.
It's gonna be strange. It's a weekend?
Yeah, we have a weekend. It's like, we have last good on a Friday, and then we start exams on Monday.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna work that Sunday, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, with the luck in my life, I will have to, like, I have probably a full day shift. I'm not even gonna sleep. Hell yeah.
So as you said, it's gonna be interesting.
I have a positive mindset. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna happen, that's one thing, that's for sure.
That is gonna happen. The outcome will be the same. Good or bad intention, it's gonna end the same. That exam is gonna happen, son. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Very.
I just realized how fucked I am in physics. It's like, after 35 minutes of looking through the last paper 3 booklet, I just went, okay, that's all I can do. And then I continued for another half hour until I realized I could not do more.
Again, do you not think that your way of looking at it is kind of what makes it the hardest? Because when I looked at math in the start, I really just went, fuck no. But, you know, as you realize that it's easier to make or do something once you take away the power you've given.
Oh, yeah.
I gave math so much power, saying math is difficult, I'll never understand it, it's dumb, it's stupid. Once I took away those negative things, and just I didn't give positive things. That's not fucking certain. No, dude. But, you know, it's easier to comprehend something which you don't put above your intelligence.
Yeah, because you kind of build up area by thing or
by
this
saying,
thing
oh,
onto
I'm
it.
too dumb to do this thing. Then you become too dumb to do this thing.
Yeah.
In comparison to, well, this is going to be harder for me than other people, but I can do it. You know, the difference is very vacant. What, vacant? That's not the right word to use. I'm bad at English, guys. Therefore, I cannot speak English.
You're also bad at Danish. That's not...
I'm bad at Danish. I don't know about any of you guys possibly listening, but have you not become awful at Danish ever since you started IB? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the only place I really speak Danish is when I work. Yeah. And my construction of sentences are
it's not there.
Awful, because I construct Danish sentences as the same way I construct English ones.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't make sense.
It's a complete fucking mess.
It's like, I can't even speak to my family because I don't know how to communicate with them.
I try. I just speak English if I can't remember something, but at work I just have to speak Danish. And it's very, very difficult to speak to older people when you can't remember half the words in Danish. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, du kan you bread, eat raw bread, I don't know, rogue bread. Like, you try, I try.
Sausage horn.
It's difficult, bro. It's like, you can have night, good day. What? No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
It really is.
I mean, we have Danish classes, half of us. I mean, I'm assuming, but good God, man. No. I mean, I'm assuming no other people from around the world won't listen to this other than those two people in our class who will listen to it. One of them being me, like... the other one being you.
Yeah.
Jokes on them. Jokes on us too. Yeah. Who will listen to it. We won't listen to it.
Yeah, we'll just be absent.
I hate listening to my own voice. I mean, I know that's ironic from a theater student, but you know, it's.
I don't think anyone likes their own voice.
I mean, you can grow used to listen to your own voice. I sang in the past with my mom and dad. You was out singing with them sometimes, and you were forced to listen to your own voice. And it was fine back then, but then I had a big pause where I didn't do it. And now I have to sing. Now sometimes my mom asks me out, like, "Hey, do you want to go sing with us?" And I'm like, "Do I? I don't think so." Especially because all the songs are in Danish, and I'm like, I don't.
That's just twice.
I don't want to sing for Evie. No, thank you, Mom. Thanks for the possible cast, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's still English voices.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, hi, I can come along, Mom, if I get to sing the English version.
Please and thank you.
Please, thank you. That would be great. Mm-hmm. Forever, maybe forever.
So that's another barrier to doing things.
I mean, it's more of a I don't want to. It's not like a I don't want to. It's more of a I don't want to.
Oh yeah, that's me with studying. So.
Yeah, that's great.
I know I could.
There's a big difference between singing and studying, buddy. I mean, you can study singing, but yeah. Also, can we talk about X Factor and how much I hate X Factor?
It's horrible. They throw out all the good ones.
Do you like X Factor?
I don't.
Do you like the concept of X Factor?
No.
No.
I wouldn't go there.
I think I specifically dislike the concept of X Factor as a whole because it focuses very much on
this
show. It focuses on the emotional value of the people that they keep and the one they throw away. Because there was that blind guy, that one episode I saw, like that blind guy, people got so mad. Yeah. And he was one of the best singers they had, obviously. Yeah. But I feel like people got mad he was thrown out because of the fact that he was blind. Yeah. I mean, of course, the singing as well. He was a great singer. But, you know, it's the emotional input of each character.
Yeah, it plays a lot on pathos.
Because there's a larger chance of you staying in the show if you have a really, really bad background or you have something really emotional in it. It's like, ooh, I went through this and this and this, and they're like, oh, you made it through. Yeah. Oh. And that's very nice. It's a very nice sentiment. But they use it for the fact of the entire purpose of the show. Also,
like to make it drama. Yeah. Like they use it for the wrong reasons,
and then,
I think.
As well, if you focus on, I took this from a guy called Rumi, basically, but I didn't notice it before. Now, Rumi, shout out to him. No. But it's basically, if you look at it, every time there's something emotional, it cuts to the judges. So the entire show is actually focused on the judges.
Yeah.
It's a judges show. Like, you see the others perform, but it's up to the judges. Everything comes back to them.
Yeah. Honestly, it's more reality than...
Especially in the American or the UK version. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, and I went through this and this and this, and then the emotional music starts, and then it cuts to either black men or the other two. I don't remember what their name is. But yeah, that's very interesting, I think, that's what television is. Like, especially also in, like, America's Got Talent. It's very focused on, like, especially Simon Cowell. It's like, I watched one of the episodes just to punch myself through it, just to see. And, like, you can definitely also tell from the fact that Terry Crews is in it now. Like, it's about the characters of the judges and the people in it. Basically, there was this young guy who went in there to sing. He's like, I want Simon Cowell to appreciate my singing. Like, I wish, this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I went through all this and this and this. And then they go out, and then they only focus on Simon Cowell throughout.
Yeah.
Like, every time the kid does something special, it just cuts to Simon Cowell's reaction. Because now you're rooting for this kid.
Yeah, we want him to.
Because Simon Cowell is such a respected character in this entire media thing.
Yeah.
So
he's a brand.
He's yeah, I guess he is in some way or another. Also, welcome to the podcast of Mathilde talking for 40 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I hope you don't find my voice too annoying. I'll try and make it softer. No, that makes
No, we're not doing ASMR here. It's not an ASMR channel.
Welcome to Cass.
Another Cass idea.
Wait. There you go. I hope that didn't trigger anybody. I'm sorry.
I can just slurp.
So sorry. No, don't. No, don't. I'm sorry. There's going to be slurping sounds. Yikes.
No,
yikes.
I'm not doing
thank
it.
God.
I just want to sip.
Hate it. No. Maybe I should do ASMR for Cass.
Yeah.
Imagine putting that in as a Cass reflection.
I love whispering to a microphone for 40 minutes.
No. It's like, and you have to put in a reflection as well. It's like, hey. Ew. Oh, that's disgusting. Imagine. Absolutely not. Oh God.
Whispering.
What is even the ASMR has developed me as a person. Like,
I mean, if you get reactions from people, but no one's gonna watch you in the first 2 years you do anything.
It's like, hey, come back 2 years later. It's like, look, I got a view. Oh shit, it's just me. God damn it. Look, I'm famous now. 2 people said they liked the sound of my chewing.
Yeah.
You know? Yikes. It's tough being a IB student.
Indeed.
It is.
But at least we have YouTube. I mean, comparing it to normal TV, I like YouTube much more because it's just less drama, less ads.
I don't
believe
less
it.
drama on YouTube. I think you misunderstood the entire point of YouTube. There is a lot of drama on YouTube.
There is drama, but normal TV is just a bit... It's like too much, to a point where it's like fake.
I mean, a lot of stuff on television, I mean, it's set up, everything is.
Yeah.
And you can't expect them not to. But on YouTube, it's a different kind of fake. But
yeah,
it's a more in your face kind of. Because it's gonna take a while, I think, for people to see through I mean, people know that people on YouTube are characters, which are made up. Because they're not made up, like...
I mean, some of them... We watch very different things.
If you look at YouTube gamers, for example...
Yeah.
They are... When they're on camera, they are this specific characters.
Yeah.
They're not specifically, like, made to be completely different than who the people are.
But it's, like, exaggerated.
But, when you watch a video, you kind of want a specific personality to watch instead of their actual personality. Because people are very calm. Well, most people are.
Yeah.
You ignore me. But, most people are very calm and are very chill. But then you watch their YouTube channel, it's like, hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to We're Shooting Animals. Like, it's Logan Paul, shout out to you. But, it's...
a lot of shout outs in this.
There's a lot of shout outs. Hey, shout out to that guy.
All the great people out there.
Shout out to the guy who followed me around town for like a good half hour when I was 12 years old.
Who?
Come get your old juice.
Cut that out.
No, I'm not cutting that out. I'm so sorry.
You told me to stop the sexual references.
I did not say it's not supposed to be sexual. It
Sure.
wasn't sexual. It's just
Then what kind of...
Like, it was just, I didn't want to say, come get y'all bread, but that means yeah, I think that's a good way to end it, I think.
Is it though? I feel like we need to recover.
End it on, what's up, you stalker, you creepy son of a bitch, come get y'all juice. Also,
is this a catchphrase
if
now?
there's anyone who follows you at any point, hide in the bush, call the police if you have your phone with you.
If not, pray you won't die.
Don't call out, it's probably a bad idea if he's right beside you. Yeah.
That's the conclusion, I guess.
Don't go looking at stars at 11 in the evening, because someone will start following you.
Remember, credits to whoever you want to shout out.
What? Oh yeah, credits to my boss.
And the artist.
You're super spooky. You're kind of scared of you. Shout out to...
Well, we mentioned Rumi.
Shout out to Rumi.
Who more?
Shout out to... I don't want to mention any actual names of anyone, because I just realized... I mean, I don't know how they check... I don't know how they check casts, because I was about to shout out someone and be like super pissy and sassy about them, but I just realized that if any of the... I don't think they listen to this, 26 minutes thing currently.
Yeah.
But
they'll just skip to the end.
I don't want to test it. I'm not gonna test it. Nah, dude.
Interesting.
I'm not assuming they are, but I'm a super paranoid person, so.
Yeah, that's just how it be.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I have this issue. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna stop doing this issue. Yeah, immediately.
That's fine.
It's dumb. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Shout out to Mother Earth.
For existing and giving us this thunderstorm.
For dealing with us currently.
I feel like it's throwing us around though.
Yeah, but that's only fair with us burning everything and killing everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That's only fair. Oh my god.
Great.
Yeah. Anyone you want to shout out?
No.
Shout out to Shane Dawson.
Sure.
For fucking up my mind about Airbnbs. You're probably right.
Oh, yeah.
Because that really screwed me up that night.
But I mean, hotel rooms are no better, so.
Yeah.
We just gotta be careful.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I read it somewhere, I don't remember where, but it was like, there's a bunch of, it was like one of those channels on YouTube where it's like, ooh, this creepy thing happens. Apparently there's a lot of cameras in Denmark. I mean, there's not a lot, but there's way more than I want there to be. Like, where people, it's like on the dark web somewhere, where they can go in and then like hack into cameras and just look at people. And I'm like, ugh.
We don't want that.
No, and then he showed a picture of the screen, and it was just Denmark was one of the boxes, and there was like 650, and I was like,
what?
Oh no, don't want to be watched.
Funny.
Funny joke. You know
Yeah.
what? You know what? I'm gonna leave this on. What y'all think of the new Star Wars? I think it fucking sucks. All right, bye.
Baby Yoda is cute.
Fuck you.